the harder they fall every time. And like I said, yo, he gonna see on fight night for sure. And like I said, I took my head off to him. But June 27th, belts come back home with me, guaranteed.
All right. I told you, that was the last time we'll touch him.
I'll touch him again.
All right.
All right.
Last time you see them as close, it's gonna be this.
I'm gonna take them regardless, guaranteed.
That's perfect.
Straight like that.
I'm glad you think that way. That's the way that's the way you gotta think.
I know.
That's the way you gotta think.
It's not the way I know.
That's the way the last guy thought. That's the way the guy before that thought.
I'm not those guys. Stop comparing me to them guys. I'm not them. I don't fight nothing like them guys.
All right.
And like I said before, I would have fought them same two guys he just fought. The whole world would be bashing me.
Yeah.
For sure. That's how you know I'm at a different level. And I'm gonna show them there's really levels to this boxing game. Like I said, a solid fighter for sure. Getting better, but I'm gonna just be too much for him. All this is gonna be too much for him. It's too much. This pay-per-view,
what do you mean all
press
this?
tour, everything.
What started as a standard promotional event quickly turned into something far more intense. The energy in the room shifted, and you could feel the tension building with every second. Xander Zayas looked increasingly fired up, while Jaron Ennis remained calm, smiling and completely unfazed by everything being said, and that contrast is what made the entire exchange so fast.
Isn't it the same thing if I've done it before?
No, it's different.
If I've done it before, if I've done it before, I'd do it again, right?
No,
if you land on the moon once, you can land on the moon twice.
No, it's different. It's different when you're doing with somebody that's bigger and know what they're doing. It's a whole different thing.
So you're saying that the guys before didn't know what they were doing?
What are you talking about? What you say?
You said that it's different when somebody knows what they're doing. So the guys before didn't know what they were doing?
I'm telling you that this is doing me too much for you, basically. And that's how I feel. If it's not too much, that's good for you. That's good for you.
And I'm glad you think that way.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you think.
Much for you, though.
I'm glad that you think it's gonna be too much.
Good.
For you. Same way, three guys have thought the same thing.
I'm not those guys. Stop comparing me to those guys. We two different styles, four different, whatever you comparing to.
Perfect.
Don't fight nothing like them guys.
Perfect. And I don't fight nothing like the guys you fought before either.
Okay. I've seen your style before.
Okay.
Plenty of times.
All right.
There's nothing I've never seen before.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
There's nothing I've never seen before either.
I'm glad you think that's good.
Right? We're fighters for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
We fight all the styles.
We're going to see.
Xander Zayas was not talking like a fighter trying to sell a fight anymore. He sounded like somebody fully convinced he can drag Ennis into a place he has never been before. That deep waters line felt more like a warning than promotion. And the more Boots smiled back at him, the more dangerous the whole situation started feeling.
He's gonna be uncomfortable. He's gonna get to a point where his head, his brain won't be able to give him the answers he's looking for. His body won't be able to react. And when that time comes, he's in deep waters. He's in trouble now. And then that's when his heart is gonna come with me. He's not gonna be able to handle it.
He must not know where I'm from.
He won't be able to have answers. It doesn't matter where you're from. I'm not talking about because I'm not talking.
I get what you're saying. I get everything you're saying.
But you don't know where I'm from.
Your upbringing, I don't. I ain't saying.
And that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not bringing about where you're from.
Yeah.
I never said that.
You ain't taking nothing. I'm saying that now.
All right.
I'm trying to tell you. I love his confidence though. I love it. It's like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
It's the way it is.
That's the closest you're gonna get to them. Touch them. Touch them all you want. That's the closest you're gonna get to.
Bro, I'm gonna cook you bad. Real bad. Make sure you ready though.
I'm always ready.
Make sure you ready.
Undefeated 35.
And you not even big.
Alright.
Make sure you ready.
You look upset.
Make sure you ready. I'm having fun, baby.
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun with this.
This is what I do. This is what I do. Look at me. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm happy.
That ticker.
Come on.
I'm
happy. I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah,
Is you ready though?
I'm always
ready. Is you ready?
I'm always ready. I've been ready my whole life. I've been ready my whole life. Been ready my whole life.
That's cool. These babies come home with
me. Yeah. Touch them.
June 27th, they come home with me.
That's the closest you can get to.
They come home with me.
That's the closest you can get to.
I guarantee that.
I promise.
I guarantee that.
I promise.
You better not make no mistakes. I guarantee you that.
I'm perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
I'm gonna show you.
But I guarantee you better not make no mistakes. I guarantee you better not make no mistakes.
Fascinating. When Zayas began talking about taking Boots into deep waters and forcing him into survival mode, it stopped sounding like ordinary fight promotion. It sounded personal. It sounded like a fighter who genuinely believes he has discovered a weakness in his opponent and plans to expose it under the brightest lights. The most interesting part...
I know if I do the right things, I will stop him.
Absolutely.
Everybody will go down.
Absolutely not.
Everybody will go down.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Why do you say that?
Cause it's just so much that I see. And I know for a fact that I know he's not gonna be able to take this.
I'm glad you think that way. I really do. I really am.
Xander Zayas.
I'm not worrying about none of that, bro. I'm not worried about none of that.
I'm not worried about none of that. Here he is. Second fight is
Them things come back home with me.
Touch him one more time. Last time you're gonna touch him. Last time you're gonna touch
What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna do nothing. Yeah. What's up? Yeah. He don't want them joints. Yeah. He a baby, bro. He a baby. I ain't worried about him. No, he cool. Yeah. He know better. He all right.
that stare rolling up, something like that is bound to happen.
Was that Zayas wasn't speaking like someone trying to sell tickets anymore. He spoke like a man fully convinced that he could drag one of boxing's most talented fighters into territory he had never experienced before. That Deep Waters comment felt less like trash talk and more like a warning. But while Zayas was becoming increasingly emotional and intense,
You know, I think when you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. I think it's going to be that.
Boots Ennis never appeared rattled. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't lose his composure. He simply smiled, stared back, and answered with complete confidence. That confidence seemed to irritate Zayas even more. The calmer Boots remained, the more determined Zayas became to prove his point. It was almost as if Ennis was winning a mental battle simply by refusing to react. And that's exactly
what I love about the fight is Xander's big, young, strong, skillful, and he not afraid. Boots, we know he trying to bring everything to the table, the speed, the power, just the lights. He bringing everything to it. I think it's a great test for Boots because this is a guy who you can say is durable. You can say he's durable because he's never been stopped. I never even seen him go down. You know what I mean? So it's not like we talking about a chump. You know what I mean? He coming to fight. And I think this kid being young will make him dangerous. Him being young, energetic, and then a big guy. He got real good size to him. You know what I mean? Strong guy. And I think that right there enough is going to make it.
exactly why the face-off eventually exploded. Several respected figures in boxing later suggested that the tension was completely genuine. Once the cameras got close enough, it became obvious that neither fighter was treating the situation as simple promotion anymore. The respect between them had disappeared. Every word carried weight.
Man, that's a tough fight, especially for Xander at this point in his career, but it shows his heart and his confidence, that he have in himself. And he's ready to go make history for his country. And he's going to do real well in that fight. I just think, right now, it's a little bit too early for him.
Weight, and every stare seemed loaded with meaning. When conversations start involving threats about smashing chairs across someone's face, it's safe to say a nerve has been struck. What makes this matchup even more intriguing is that many people around boxing refuse to completely count Xander Zayas out. The majority of discussions naturally focus on Boots Ennis because
it's hard to really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, I feel Xander's still young, Boots is a lot older and has
of his explosive talent, speed, and skill set. But Zayas brings qualities that can create problems for any fighter. He's young, he's fearless, he's physically strong, and perhaps most importantly, he's stubborn enough to keep moving forward, regardless of what's happening inside the ring. That combination alone can make him dangerous.
Well, to be honest, I knew that was something that was going to happen. He was going to touch the belt. And at the beginning, I told him, touch him. This is the closest you're going to get to them. So I don't mind you touching what's mine, because at the end of the day, he's going to stay at home. But then at the end, he just started rubbing, and I'm like, all right, bro, we're good. You don't have to keep touching him. And he touched him again, so I dropped him. I'm like, all right, this is the last time. What's up? And that's about it.
Even some of boxing's biggest names recognize the threat he presents. Terence Crawford, widely regarded as one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, has acknowledged Zayas' ambition and confidence. Crawford clearly sees the potential. He understands the hunger driving the young contender. At the same time,
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It always comes down to that night. You got to be right that night. In my opinion, Xander would have to use his size. Use your size. Impose your will. Box a little bit, but impose your will at times. Don't let Boots steal the rounds. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say, though? That kid might hit hard enough to get a knockout. We don't know. You know what I mean? And that's why I love the fight.
Absolutely.
We don't know. Because one thing I can say, not to cut you off, when your back is to the wall, man, you do some amazing things. You know what I'm saying? So who knows?
There seems to be a question lingering over the entire fight. Has this opportunity arrived too soon? That concern continues to dominate conversations surrounding the matchup. Nobody doubts Zayas' talent. Nobody questions his work ethic or determination. The concern is whether facing someone as complete and explosive as Boots Ennis represents.
I think Boots is a more skilled boxer than Xander Zayas. I think Boots is phenomenal. I got him as the second best fighter in the world. I got Shakur Stevenson one. And when I say that, I'm not talking about accolades, what they've achieved, achievements and stuff like that. I'm just talking about boxing ability. That's why I think Boots beat me. Unless, like my man said, he's not as good as I think. And I said that when the fight was announced.
It's too big of a leap at this stage of his development. Against elite fighters, mistakes are punished immediately. One wrong move, one defensive lapse, one moment of hesitation, and the entire fight can change. The famous table flip incident only added more fuel to the fire. What made that moment so revealing was Zayas admitting afterward that
Xander is a good fighter, but I don't know if he's on Boots level yet.
What's the best advice you could give him? If
Xander?
If he's setting into it.
Just keep trying to advance, keep learning your craft, keep studying your craft, keep working on your repertoire, because having a deep repertoire is what it's going to take to beat a guy like Boots, because Boots has a great repertoire.
He already expected some level of disrespect. Initially, he laughed it off. He viewed it as mind games and part of the promotional process. But as Boots repeatedly reached for the belts and continued pushing boundaries, you could visibly see Zayas' patience disappearing. That was the breaking point. The tension that had been building beneath the surface.
If they don't lose weight, then they got to move up, because that's the whole point of fighting at 154. You got to make a little bit of weight. I'm growing, I'm getting better, I'm getting bigger. We keep controlling it. I have a great nutritionist team that work with me. The ones that work with Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, so they know what they're doing. And I believe in them throughout my whole career.
Suddenly exploded into full view. Many analysts believe this fight may ultimately come down to physicality. While Boots Ennis is widely praised for his technical brilliance, Zayas possesses size, pressure, and youthful aggression that could potentially transform the fight into something uncomfortable.
Very talented. He's in his prime, obviously. He's facing a guy who knows how to use his distance and throws hard punches, combinations. He has the will to win. I mean, this is going to be a great fight. I don't know who's going to win. It's tough to call, but you might have to give the edge to Boots just because he's on a... No, it's sad that it had to happen this way. And, I blame everything on Rick Marigino, the manager. It's just sad because now Virgil Ortiz is going to be sidelined while all these champions are going to be facing each other. You got Fundoro and the other kid who just won, Josh Kelly, I believe it was. They might be fighting as well, and then the winners will fight each other.
If he can force Ennis into a grueling battle rather than a technical showcase, the entire dynamic changes. But this is where the conversation becomes difficult for Zayas supporters. Numerous boxing experts believe Boots Ennis is operating at a different level technically. Some analysts already describe him as one of the most complete fighters in the sport.
A great fight made in the 154-pound division. Xander Zayas versus Boots Ennis. This is more like it. This is what we want to see.
This is a phenomenal fight, and they're both in their primes. Xander Zayas, 23 years old. He turned pro when he was 17. And he's a unified world champion, going in there against Boots Ennis, who he's only had one fight against the guy who was, 14-1? Got rid of him in a round. So he's completely, I don't care, what Eddie Hearn was saying, that guy was untested. So he's completely untested at 154 pounds, in there against one of the best champions in the division. Mate, that fight is going to be electric. Puerto Rico in Brooklyn on June 20th.
When that type of praise starts coming from respected voices, it highlights just how dangerous this challenge really is. Roy Jones Jr. delivered one of the most important assessments. The boxing legend didn't question Zayas' talent. Instead, he pointed out that talent alone may not be enough. According to Jones, defeating someone...
Xander Zayas is a very good fighter, a complete fighter, a fighter who I think presents next to the most... He's probably the second most difficult guy to fight in the weight class because he's rangy. He can do so many things. He can fight inside. He can fight outside. He's a great body puncher. He's a very, very respected guy, and I think he's very mature for his age. Boots, on the other hand, is looking for that coming out party type fight. So he got to fight somebody at this point. And because he couldn't get A, he went to B. And I liked it about Boots because Boots saying, I want all the smoke. If this one won't take me, I'll go find the next one. And so, since he couldn't make the fight with Ortiz, he made the fight with Xander. This is what you want to see. This is a barn burner, I think. May the best man win, but both of these guys are capable of becoming the biggest threat to Fundora in the weight class because right now, Fundora is still the king of the...
But Zayas is, again, he's the most marketable guy right now in this hemisphere, I think, as far as young guys. Not that Ennis isn't, again, but there's that Puerto Rican fan base, if you give them a champion like that with all the marketability that Zayas has, they will blend in.
With the versatility, adaptability, and depth of Boots Ennis requires a complete arsenal. The concern isn't whether Zayas is gifted. The concern is whether his development has progressed quickly enough. Meanwhile, Zayas remains completely confident. He has repeatedly spoken about his body naturally growing into the division. He sounds comfortable discussing his preparation, nutrition, and...
There's still two young guys. Boots is 28, but he's still a young guy. He's in his prime. And, you know, Xander Zayas is 23. And when I look at this matchup initially, the first thing I think about, is it too soon for Xander Zayas? Is it a year too soon? Is it a year and a half too soon? Some would say, but he's still he's a two-time world champion. That doesn't mean that he's ready for this. I think Xander, and I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself, and I like him. I've seen his growth. Calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. He got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion. And he's gonna cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight. But the question, my initial question is this too soon? Or is it the right time? Is it ripe and the right time for Xander Zayas? And for Jaron Boots Ennis, he needed this name. He needed this kind of matchup because that's been the biggest knock on him.
Physical development. While critics continue focusing on the pressure surrounding the fight, Zayas appears focused on something much simpler. He genuinely believes he belongs here. That belief can be incredibly powerful. Oscar De La Hoya added another interesting perspective. Rather than fully committing to either fighter, De La Hoya acknowledged strengths on both sides. However,
Xander's the best guy out of everyone that you fought so far. I mean, obviously you haven't been in the ring with him yet, but are you expecting that at least? I mean, I can't really say like you said because I haven't been in the ring with him, so I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? I can go in there in the first round and get him out of there, and we're not going to see nothing from him. So, like, I can't really say, but I think he got out of all the guys at 54, he got a better skill set than most of those guys at 54. Okay. Yeah.
He appeared to lean slightly toward Ennis because of momentum, experience, and recent performances. The hesitation itself says a lot. If a Hall of Fame fighter sees enough danger to avoid making a confident prediction, it highlights how competitive this matchup could become. Media coverage has only increased the excitement. Many journalists and commentators are describing this as a genuine prime versus prime collision. Zayas is being celebrated for his maturity, ambition, and willingness to challenge himself early. Ennis, meanwhile, is being treated as one of boxing's elite talents and a future superstar capable of dominating multiple divisions. The result is enormous anticipation. This no longer feels like a regular contender fight. It feels like a major moment for both careers. Andre Ward perhaps summarized the situation best. Ward raised the question that many fans are quietly asking. Is this simply too soon for Xander Zayas? It's not an attack on his abilities, it's a question about timing. History has shown that even great fighters can suffer setbacks when they step